Give it just a minute to pick up.
It's going to be live in just a second. Are you excited?
So excited.
You should be good.
Super excited.
Hi, everybody. Mike Pingel here. I am, I'm juggling all these things. Today, it's Thursday, and I have my beautiful guest, Chris Riley.
Hey, everybody.
The cosplay pinup boy. Is that what they call you on the internet?
Well, I've been called many things, and that's one of them.
He does a lot of cosplay, and we're going to find out more about it today. If you are online watching us, please share this with your friends so they all can jump on and get some more information. We're going to be talking about Palm Springs Comic-Con.
Comic-Con Palm Springs.
Oh.
There's a difference.
There's a difference. Okay, and we're going to find out what the difference is because it's not in San Diego. I think that's the big difference. And then, of course, I'm going to now jump over here to see if I can put it on my Facebook for all my friends to see. And, wow, look at all these. I have lots of people talking to me and wants to chat.
He's very popular. There's just to narrate what's going on, there's a million windows that he's closing currently.
Yeah. So, and we're trying to get the HD up, guys. I am so sorry. I don't know. They tell me that I don't have, I have to take stuff off or buy more RAM. I am not really sure what that is.
I love non-HD because, I don't have any of my thick eyeliner on or, foundation that a cosplayer normally wears.
See?
So, it's like beauty lighting.
All right, I have now added on my Facebook page so everybody can watch us.
Awesome.
Of course, you can watch all the time on BehindTheCurtain.tv. And so we're going to get into this. We're going to get really into this. I have cards again today, folks, because hard-hitting reporter I am.
Are these cards against humanity?
No.
No? Not the same then.
Not the same. First off, I was schooled by a friend this week because I said that cosplay people just wear clothes, wear, different, dress up. They're just dress-up people. I was schooled by my friend Eric, who was like, Hi,
Eric.
It is more than that. So tell us and tell my viewers what goes into cosplay and what it's all about.
Well, cosplay, just if nobody on the internet knows, is dressing up like a fictional character. And that could be any character, like a superhero or a fantasy character like a Disney princess, or an anime or a video game, anything that you could possibly think of. If you love a character and you dress like them and somebody recognizes you as that character, that's considered cosplay. So, there's a lot that goes into it, picking your character or coming up with your costume, yeah.
Now he was also telling me that cosplay people also play the character, that not only do they dress up, like difference in Halloween, you dress up as a character for Halloween, but cosplay people also, if you're in Star Wars, you play Darth Vader or you'd be Princess Leia, in the world of a Comic-Con or something like that.
Yeah, the play part of cosplay is a lot of acting. You embody that character, and it kind of gives you an excuse to portray the character that you love. So, yeah, I think that there is an element of acting when it comes to cosplay.
Okay, so excellent. I wasn't totally off on that. What's your favorite character you've cosplayed or played?
I would have to say my favorite character I've ever done was Emma Frost from the X-Men.
Wow.
And at the time, there wasn't a lot of people doing gender swap cosplay, so to speak. It's where you do the male version of a female character.
Like right back here.
Yes, like back here, this is male Princess Leia. I call him Prince Leo Brogana. This is like,
you can just call me anytime.
This model is actually Westifer, who has a podcast called The Westifer and Richie Rich Show. Oh. And he's a cosplayer, and he's super cool. He's a fitness instructor as well.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell that he's a fitness instructor.
This is me as the gender-bent version of Sailor Moon. I don't know if there's any Moonies out there in the world, but if you're in Los Angeles, there's a fandom group called Sailor Moon Los Angeles. and they do parties and events and cosplay meetups. So this is something that I did with them, and it was actually a costume that was made by a cosplayer named Jimmy Sherfy, who does was very known for the gender bent cosplay in the cosplay world.
Thank you, because I had mentioned it on my live, and I was like, I don't know who this is.
You don't know.
Thank goodness.
Can't you tell by the heart and the tiara?
I was just looking at the, anyway.
Oh my, Moon, Prism Power!
Then of course we have.
Oh, this cosplayer, his name is Ziv. He's actually a cosplay boylesque dancer.
What is that?
That's when you dress up as costumes and you do like a strip routine. But instead of like being, you know, a hooker stripper, you're more like a dance.
Character stripper?
Well, I know, right? It's more like a erotic dancing. So it's an art form, and that's what he specializes in. And my favorite. He's performed for me at my nightclub events, and he does an amazing number as Bob the painter. What was his name? Bob Ross? Oh, come on.
Oh,
you know the guy with the big giant fro who used to sit in PBS and say, "No, this is how you make a cloud." So
I see those all the time. I was like, I can totally paint. I can totally paint.
So he does the most sexy version of that person. And you would never expect it to be sexualized.
We're going to have to find out more about him and find out where it is. And, of course, that is from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. from ABC, one of my favorite shows.
Yes.
So I couldn't remember that out either when I was doing my live promo for the show. So where did you grow up? Now we're going to get personal here.
Oh, personal. I actually grew up in the L.A. area, like in San Pedro, like Long Beach, you know, Torrance. So I grew up nearby where they filmed Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the high school.
Who does not love that?
It's one of my biggest fandoms ever. And you know, it's a beach city, and it's kind of like it's outside of the Los Angeles bubble. When you think of surfers in California, you're really thinking of like Torrance and Hermosa and things like that. But a lot of people, when they think of LA, they think of like, you know, hey, we're models and actors and everybody's like, you know, beautiful and shallow. And, you know, we grew up right outside the bubble of that.
Okay. So that gives you a different perspective of LA? Or
it does. You know?
You seem much more normal than
really? Oh, LA well, people. Then you don't know me that well. Because I am anything but normal.
These are so randomly put in here. How does Halloween compare for you to Comic-Cons?
Okay. The thing about cosplayers in Halloween, it's like on this episode of Buffy where they have a Halloween episode and all the vampires stay in that night. They don't even go out. They're all like, oh, that's our day off. You know, Halloween. Yes. So, you know, for cosplayers, Halloween is the same thing for us. We're in costumes all the time, every single weekend of the year. So
tiring.
It's exhausting. So Halloween is their time to relax and put on just the schlubbiest costume, the easiest thing to walk around in, and just have fun because we don't have to be high maintenance at night. A lot of people put so much effort into Halloween, but we put our effort into conventions.
So do you make your own costumes, or do you have someone to make your costumes for you?
It just depends. I'm not really great at making costumes. So what I usually do is I commission them from people. Yeah. Like Perry Meek, as an example, he's made all of my quote-unquote famous costumes, and he's the designer that does all the famous
costumes. Keep going.
I know, right? He does all the costumes that for Lady Gaga, the Spice Girls, you know, Cher. So he's like world famous and stuff. So he made my Emma Frost costume. He made my male Maleficent costume, which I actually was on the runway for the closing gala for Metropolitan Fashion Week at Warner Brothers. So, you know, these costumes lead to some amazing life adventures.
That's great. What is your favorite comic movie?
My favorite comic movie, wow, I would have to say the X-Men franchise.
See, hard-hitting news.
I know, right? That I relate to the X-Men because, you know, I'm a gay dude and mutants, you know, it's like a parallel with the LGBT storyline. And
are you enjoying the twists and turns they've been doing with the movies? Because in the first three, weren't they're really just originals, and now they have the young kids, and then
I love
transferring,
that.
And they're going backwards and backwards.
Which is great for the comic books too, because you know, for the movies, it's going to fall in line with the comic books, I think, more and more, where you're going to see younger kids at Xavier's Institute. In the Marvel comic books, you know, Wolverine is a headmaster now, you know, of Xavier's school, and you would never expect that. But he's the one that's in charge of all these kids. Now
But go ahead.
Oh.
Now, PG show. No.
Right. That, I think, would be a very interesting story if Wolverine took over the school and had to be the public face of Xavier Institute in the film. But is Hugh Jackman ever going to come back? Was that his, like, last thing?
Oh, that really depressing Logan one?
Yeah, which I don't hate me out there. If you're going to take away my geek card, I have not seen it yet.
What?
I know. There was a few movies I haven't seen.
You know, honestly, I really liked this movie. I liked his acting. I loved everything, but it was just so...
depressing? I don't know. I didn't see it, so you have to tell me.
Yeah, it wasn't like a fun Marvel... Yeah, it was a very dramatic Marvel movie.
Yeah. And
everyone's going to hate me, and maybe I'll get hate mail from this.
Well, okay, now, Logan, was that Marvel or was that Sony?
Oh, well, Marvel
because or Fox or whatever, because they own the rights to.
Yeah, but Marvel has such a big hand in what they do.
Yeah,
they don't allow people just to willy-nilly do what they want.
Hopefully, Marvel will step in and give more hand jobs because they have a hand in what they do. No, anybody?
You said hand jobs on my show. Hand jobs. What is your first cosplay experience? What was your first time of you getting into that?
Oh my gosh, my first cosplay experience was I created a comic book series, and it was called Lucky Legendary, and I had a bunch of my friends portray the characters that I co-created, and my original character was Captain Lucky, and I would dress up in this costume that looked kind of very, you know, gay twink BDSM, and you know, nobody was doing anything gay at the time. Everybody was in the closet. So I wanted to be visible, you know, as a gay guy. And, you know, the more visible that we are, the more acceptance and empathy that comes from the general public. Absolutely. And, you know, eventually things changed. But I did that. I went out to conventions as that character. And I think it was Long Beach Comic-Con, maybe. It was so long ago. It all kind of...
You were a baby.
I was a little baby twink.
Is that how you got to be a part of Prism Comics with your...
Yes. You know, I think it was around like 2005, and Prism's been around since 2004. Mm-hmm. And I joined up with them because there really wasn't another home or representation for LGBTs in pop culture. Okay. And on the convention circuit, Prism Comics was the only place that, you know, we could call home. Yeah. So all the LGBTs usually gather there and always come back to the booth and that's kind of like our watering hole meeting place. But since then, they have, you know, been a dominant force within a lot of these conventions. Like, for instance, Comic-Con Palm Springs. We are going to be over there next weekend, actually. Yes. So, and Mike, you're actually on a panel, too. There's going to be...
See me.
Yes, there's going to be more presence for LGBTs. There's going to be 6 panels, or 5 panels, I believe, that are all LGBT themed, including male cosplay pinups, LGBT cosplayer panel.
And I thought I was the only unspecial one.
You're on the Queer Eye on Wonder Woman panel, which explores, you know, LGBT viewpoints on the genre.
Can't wait to see what I'm wearing, huh, boys?
It better be something cool and cosplay looking.
It's gonna be fully clothed.
Oh, okay.
I can't scare the kids.
And we're throwing the official LGBT after party at Chill Bar. I'm actually bringing in a lot of my male cosplay pinup talent to go dance.
And when is that gonna be?
That's gonna be Saturday the 26th at Chill Bar. And like I said, my pinup boys are gonna be go dancing and doing cosplay boylesque. So it's going to be a very special event. Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I'll drop by, too. I think Linda Carter's...
yeah, so Linda Carter is going to be performing a few hours after our panel.
My friend. Hopefully, Linda Carter. Hi, we'll see you soon. We'll talk about that a little bit more. I have a couple of other questions about that. I already did that one. I know. Look at all these questions. Yeah, my assistant didn't really put these in any good order. He's pretty much fired. Advice for a new person wanting to become a cosplay person. Let's say someone is like interested in wanting to do it.
Yeah.
How would they put their maybe foot into the water?
I think the best way to put your foot in the water, so to speak, in the world of cosplay is to develop friendships with people that are already in the cosplay world, or just get your group of friends together and decide to do group cosplay. It doesn't matter how awesome it is. You can't compete when you're just starting out. You're just doing it to have fun. Pick a character that you love to portray, and if you're there with friends, you're going to have a magical experience, and you're going to get hooked, and you're going to want to do it more.
Okay, maybe I'll dress up like Wonder Woman.
Yes, do it.
Also, my assistant can't write clearly. What do you do? Oh, you have a calendar. Don't you produce a calendar every year?
No, but I do produce male cosplay pinups every single day of the year.
What is that? What is that?
Every single day I release a new pinup, so I'm working on it every single day.
So are these the old people, or do you do exactly a new person every day, or?
I usually cap each look out at 6, so I'll do 6 images of one look on a cosplayer.
Okay.
And, you know, usually when we do a photo shoot, we're taking like thousands of images, and I just kind of narrow it down to the top 6.
And when do you, I mean, how many times do you do a year these photo sessions? And if someone out there wants to be, you know,
oh yeah,
cosplay
I do about 4 photo sessions a month, and if I'm going to a convention, I'll set up even more. Like at San Diego Comic-Con, I probably had like 7 or 8 photo sessions.
So with that, do you just take people on this who already come in dress and wants to do photos, or do you set those actually up from people?
Most of the time, it's cosplayers that have their own costumes already, or performers that have their costumes already, and I tell them to bring 3 looks. You know, if they only have 2 looks, you know, maybe I'll scrape something together from what I have and give them the character that they like, you know. But yeah, if you want to get involved, you just have to email me.
And do you have a favorite cosplay dress-up person you've taken a photo of? Do you have
oh my God.
Top 1, top 2, top 3?
I love each and every one of my pinup boys equally for different reasons. No,
oh,
really.
God. Oh.
They're all diverse. I work with every single body type, every single race, sexual orientation. You know, it doesn't matter to me.
He's an equal cosplay player.
Yes. But I guess.
Oh, there's a but.
But
oh, that's good.
If I will tell you, the ones that the public responds to the best are definitely Princess Leia and Ziv as Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, I don't think you sent me the Pokemon trainer.
Oh, well, if you want to check it out, you'll have to go to my Instagram.
Because he sent me a group of photos. I was like, yes, and a yes, and a yes. So, what do you do? Do you do this all the time, or do you have a day job? Can you talk about it?
I do this all the time.
All the time?
Yeah. I mean, I work in the entertainment industry. I'm a jack of all trades. So if I'm working on a movie, it'll last, you know, a month or 2, and then that's over, you know, and then move on to the next thing. But my main projects that I have consistently year-round are being the LGBT content creator for different pop culture conventions. Like we were talking about Buffy as my favorite fandom. I was just the director at WhedonCon, which is heavily Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I judged the costume contest. I presented panels there, and I was, because of that, was the costume contest judge at the big 20th anniversary party that was produced by Fox, and that was in San Diego. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, cosplay leads to fun adventures.
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
I'm not going to
go
go there. I know. What is your best cosplay group experience you've ever had?
Oh my gosh, my best cosplay group experience would be the Legends. When I first started cosplaying, my group of friends, there really was maybe like 10 to 12 girls, maybe a couple guys that were cosplayers at conventions. And that was it. And they would just travel to all the other ones as booth babes. But my group, you know, we came in and we just did our own thing. We just did our own characters, and everybody was fascinated by it. They didn't know the characters, but they were fascinated because it was a group of us, and we were having so much fun, and they were attracted to that. And I have lifelong friendships with them. I'm going to meet my friend Chandler. It's okay. It's okay.
Fine. I'm dying, people. That's why you don't drink water on live television.
Yeah.
It goes down. It's not you. It's not you. You're clumsing me. Chris is clumsing me with this wonderful story. Keep going. I'm sorry.
And you know, we all still work in the entertainment industry. You know, my friend Jen, who played Justice, is you know, doing acting, and she's getting married to Casper Van Dien, who was like that Starship Troopers dude.
Really? What's the married? We'll go back.
Well, I mean, we don't have to get into that, but they're very happy, and they're going to be getting married. And then my friend Chandler is a publicist, and you know, he handles a lot of music composers in the industry, so he gets to go to all these premieres, and he gets to go to all the award shows like the Oscars and the Emmys and things like that. So I mean, my group of friends, we're magical. Like, in my eyes, to me, we're legends. That's why we called ourselves the Legends.
The Legends. Will any of the Legends be at the Palm Springs Comic-Con?
Chandler's going to be there. Chandler Pulling is the owner of White Bear PR, and he's going to be moderating the Gay Geeks panel.
And who's moderating? I'm going to be there, folks, doing the Wonder Woman panel.
Yeah.
And who's do we know who else is going to be?
Off the top of my head, the moderator is going to be Julian Jetson, who is the Crown Prince of Palm Springs as far as gay geekdom goes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. I have Boston Blake, who's the author of Kink and the Golden Lasso, and he does lectures at universities across the country on it. And we have this guy. And what was your book called? It was
originally it was called The Q Guide to Wonder Woman, which is the queer guide to Wonder Woman with Allison Books when they were around, and now it's become the channel Surfing Wonder Woman. So I will be there, and I think I will be. I think we're talking about I'll be signing at Prism booth also.
Yes.
Before or after. We haven't worked out the details, but I'll check the site. I'll let you know I'm going to be doing it. I know I'm doing that and talking on a panel. I always feel when you're on your panel, I'm like, am I going to say something wrong? I did one once. I've done one, and it's on there online, and horrible. I was horrible at it.
Well, I'm excited for all my panels. I don't know why, though, they put them all on Saturday, back to back to back to back. So I'm not going to have a break. I'm literally maybe have like 20 minutes to get food and then go to the after party.
No Linda Carter for you?
No Linda Carter for me. Hopefully I'll be able to sneak in and see some of the show. Yeah. Like I would love to see Linda Carter perform. She does a great jazz performance, and my friend Jen, who we talked about earlier, actually got me a signed CD from her. Oh, so I've listened to it. I love her jazz.
I don't have anything signed by Linda. Nothing at all.
Not yet.
Let me see if we have any questions. What's considered normal in LA? Look at a magazine cover, hot boys with abs and hot women with abs. That's normal for LA. It really is, folks. I always talk to my friends and they're like, why are you not dating? Whatever. I mean, you walk out and it literally is like you're looking at Men's Magazine and they're right there next to you working out at the gym.
Yeah, so everybody is not satisfied with who they are or who they're with. They're always looking over their shoulder for something hotter, because there's always something hotter in Los Angeles.
That's true. You have to find the hearts. That's when you have to find the hearts.
Yes.
What's going on during the after party? What's going to happen?
During the after party, we're going to have male and female go-go dancers. It's all LGBT mixed crowd. We are going to have cosplay, burlesque, and boylesque performances. So they're going to be dressed as different fictional characters and erotically stripping for your pleasure. And
I was reading, I was like, erotic stripping, what's going on?
Right, and we're probably going to do some raffles. I'll probably raffle off the swag basket of male cosplay pinup swag. So that should be fun.
Well, that sounds fun. Do you know a Bob Ross?
Bob Ross is that guy who did the artwork, and then Ziv did a dance.
Oh, okay. So everyone loves the tree. So now I get it.
Yes.
Right.
Everyone loves the clouds and the trees.
So before we started, I said Comic-Con Palm Springs, and I was slapped.
Yes.
Said it was.
It's Palm Springs Comic-Con. Now, here's the difference. Comic-Con Palm Springs is in the summer, and Palm Springs Comic-Con is in November. In the fall.
So there's two Comic-Cons.
There's two Comic-Cons, and they wanted to start around the same time, and the people that did the one in November tried to launch it, and it took years, and they never got it off the ground until finally the year that they did, another company said, swoop, and they got in there first. And here's the thing. I mean, you know, I support all conventions. And if you want to go to a convention that is more about comic book creators and it's a smaller, more community thing about Palm Springs, go to the one in November. But if you want pop culture, like Stan Lee is coming, Linda Carter, you know, actors and people galore, you know, I'm bringing in a lot of people from LA and San Diego. Yeah. That's the one that's going to be at the end of the month, this month, in August. That's right.
Guys, if you're not going to see Chico's Angels, you better come see me on Saturday. I won't be at Chico's Angels. Let me look through my cards real quickly to see. Where can people find you?
I'm Cap Lucky on all social media. My website is patreon.com/caplucky, and I offer a monthly subscription for people for male cosplay pinups. And if they subscribe at different levels, they'll get rewards like, you know, 8x10 prints. You know, they'll get convention swag that I pick up that's exclusive to the convention.
You don't
that I
want.
give out. I know, right? Well, I raffle it away to everybody so they get a chance to get the things that they could get at conventions that I get at the conventions that they couldn't get because they can't travel to them.
That's true. I mean, I love going to them. I have a friend who actually the one who schooled me the other day. He hates going to them, and I'm like, no, I want every free thing. I mean, it's funny when you go to the Comic-Cons, they'll kill you for a free T-shirt. I mean, they will like murder the person beside them for a free like plastic thing that says Star Wars on it.
Yeah. Oh, and if it's a keychain, forget about it. They're just gonna punch you in the face.
What is since you've been to so many Comic-Cons and so many of these conventions, what is the best experience you've had, and what is the worst experience you've had? Oh my gosh, the best experience I've had at a convention. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I would have to say judging the costume contest at the Buffy party. That was by Fox. I mean, that Buffy is my big fandom, and you know, for me to be in a position to judge the costume contest next to the woman who played Glory on season 5. What? And Andrew, the Anointed One from season 2. I mean, Jesus, it's amazing. So yeah, so now I actually, you know, this past Comic-Con, this is actually an interesting story. I went up on stage at Marvel because my friend runs the booth, and it was after he snuck me in. And it was after everybody that was in the armed services. They had a group of them, Wounded Warriors. So up goes these Wounded Warriors to meet the Marvel people on stage and get their posters signed for the Punisher. And I meet the actors right afterwards, and they shake my hand, and they're just like, you know, thank you so much. And I was just like, I didn't hear that they were Wounded Warriors or anything like that. I just went up on stage because I got pushed on. Yeah. And they were shaking my hand like I was in the war, and, you know, my leg was gone, and they didn't see it. I don't know. Did you get at least a signed poster? I got a signed poster. Okay. I got a signed poster, and it turns out, like, I got up the stage, and they were like, don't you know who that is? The Punisher is played by the guy that was in The Walking Dead. And the girl, that's Jessica on True Blood. And I'm a huge fan of those shows. And once I realized I got off the stage, I wanted to go back up and be like, wait, I have so much more to say to you. Instead of, oh, yeah, thanks. Like, I wanted to say about your show. I know, right? Yeah. So I guess that was my most embarrassing moment, you know. It was magical, and it was just like, I had a lot of regrets because I wanted to get back up on stage and tell them how much I really love them. Well, maybe, I'm sure soon. Yeah. I'm sure soon. They'll be back there. Gosh. Is it time? It is time. Has it been already? Say goodbye. Oh my gosh. Should we sing a song or something? Oh God, no. Okay. No. Not really working, no. Tell everybody where they can find you again.
I'm Cap Lucky on social media, all social media handles. But go to patreon.com/CapLucky. That's patreon.com/CapLucky.
And where can people find everything about the Palm Springs Comic-Con?
Go to Comic-Con. You got it wrong. It's ComicConPalmSprings.com.
ComicConPalmSprings.com.
That's right.
If you're there, come see me. Do you know what the time the panel's
It's later in the afternoon, off the top of my head. Yeah, it's a few hours before the Linda Carter concert.
A few hours before Linda. So we'll have to see if Linda can drop by.
Oh,
anyway,
I love that.
We are going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching Behind the Curtain .tv. Please sign up for all the celebrity signings if you're interested. Please share this video with all your friends. You can find me on all the social medias with Mike Pingel, because that's who I am. And thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. And have a great weekend. And be kind to each other. Bye-bye.
Bye.